So this year's Inspiration Award goes to Steve Vernon from Grandview Elementary School in Rapid City.
Confidence is something that you see when you see those little kids on that bike. A story from that. My son, my youngest son, he started out on the Strider, going down our hill in our driveway and making a left-hand turn. Went from that very shortly into pedaling a bike. And then thanks to Ryan inviting us out now, he bugs me about getting a motorcycle because he got to ride a motorcycle. If you would have told me that he'd been riding a motorcycle at the age of 7, I would have said no. But he does it, and it's impressive. So my job as a PE teacher is to develop self-confidence in kids, and so that they can tackle the world ahead of them. And Strider and Harley, for your donation and getting those bikes to us, has helped us to do that with kids. And if you can ever get a chance to go to a school as a Strider and go in there and watch those kids on those bikes, you get to see all different levels of kids. Experts to kids that have never seen a bike ever, okay? And then they get on those things and they start just pushing themselves around. And then we put the pedals on them, and then they start pedaling around, and then they're going over jumps, and they're going around curves really fast, and they're falling down, then they're getting back up. It's pretty impressive and very exciting to see. So again, thank you Strider, thank you Harley for the donation of the bikes. It was awesome. And thank you for the work.
So last year at this time, this kindergarten program was really just an idea in its infancy, with a half a dozen schools and a handful of states participating. Now the idea has really matured into a national campaign known as All Kids Bike. We're on a mission to teach every kid in America how to ride a bike in kindergarten PE class. Thanks to many of the people in this room, last year, were listed on this card. We now have funded programs in 118 schools in 21 states, meaning over 50,000 kids are going to learn to ride bikes in school. And we're just getting started. We've also just launched our National Ambassador Program, and we've already welcomed several folks from this room to that program, including Robert Pandya, Marilyn Stemp, Steve Peel, Rod Woodruff, Brian Clock, and Jesse Combs. Woo! And we're just getting started there as well. So let me just quickly interject some information that explains why we are pursuing all of this with such urgency. Washington Post ran an article just last month about the state of youth bicycling in the United States, and the data is alarming. There are over 49 million kids between the ages of 6 and 17. That's motorcycle riding age, folks. The data from 2014 showed that there were only 12.4 million of those kids that rode a bike one time during that year. One time. You can't put the bar any lower than that. That's only 25% of kids that even get on a bike once in a year. Data from 2018 was worse. Only 11.2 million kids rode a bike one time during the year. In the last 5 years, we have lost over 1 million children from riding bicycles. That's startling. That's 3/4 of the kids in America between the ages of 6 and 17 never ride a bike. Kids riding bicycles is the foundation upon which the motorcycle industry stands. I would guess that we would have nearly 100% of the people raise their hands if you said, did you ride a bike when you were between the ages of 6 and 17? So this foundation has been quietly eroding for the last 20 years, and it is now at a critical point. We must change this trend, or there won't be an industry in the future. So when I think about the Motorcycle Museum, I think a couple things. You know, it has the mission to record the great history, the experiences, and the accomplishments. The Hall of Fame is the place where we recognize all the people that created that history and lived those experiences. But I believe it's got another purpose, and that is to inspire the continuation of that greatness. The people in this room today, you are the influencers of this industry. This is where everything can come to fruition in a pivot that this industry desperately needs and that children desperately need. Today we have an opportunity to make history, to secure and strengthen motorcycling's future, and it's as simple as teaching kids how to ride bikes. We do this in public schools. We reach every child, boys, girls, rich, poor, black, white, Democrat, Republican, everybody. Do we want more women riders? Did you see those videos? All of the little girls learn to ride in kindergarten. All of the minorities learn to ride in kindergarten. Everybody learns to ride in kindergarten. And they do it together. It is a bonding experience. It brings all of these people together. So, in the last year, we've been working our butts off, and we really have built a rocket, and that is it. All kids bike, every kid in America. It is ready to go. It just needs fuel. Let's put the fuel in this thing and light it up. 20 years from now, when the motorcycle industry is thriving, this museum, this Hall of Fame, all of the people gathered here today, you will all be recognized, kicking off a riding revival like never before. We can do this. Time is of the essence. Thank you.
The story, it's unbelievable. I absolutely love what Strider's doing. Have you guys seen the Strider bikes out in the hallway and the custom built bikes? I'm going to brag a little bit because the Border Track bike is mine with the white tires, so if you like it, I'll take high fives later. It's totally cool. Thank you. But that bike alone, I don't have kids, but that bike alone completely inspired me to think out of the box, because here I am fabricating the seat pan that's only like this big, and I've never done something. It lightened my life, and it allowed me to look at creativity and customization and what we're doing for our youth in a completely different way. So every single one of you in attendance right now needs to sign up and be invested in this program. It is super duper important. It's as easy as a signature of support, and all of those cards that are on your table, there's cards with lines on them. Please fill them out. They're on your tables, they're in the lobbies. Take the time to do that. Strider's looking for over 1 million signatures, and what they'll do is they'll be able to help give us support from our government and from partnerships and sponsors. So please take your time, put your names and your email address on here so they can keep up with you guys and let you know what's going on in the Strider world, okay? All right, now, before we introduce this year's inductees, I would like to thank all of you for traveling such a great distance to be here today. It is exciting to see so many of you in the audience, and as you may have noticed, each Hall of Fame member is wearing their red medallion around their neck. Hall of Famers are the best motorcycle in the industry, so let's please take a moment to identify them and get to know them a little bit better. Before we go any further, I would like to invite the museum Board Member Bruce Eide to the stage. Bruce, there he is. Slowly but surely.
Here, you can have it back. Well, you guys have seen me up here before. I'm Bruce Eide. I'm a board director, member of the museum. It's a beautiful thing. Rod introduced me to the museum 5 years ago. Thank you very much, Rod. And today I get to do something that's very special, a little bit of a new program. What we're going to do is talk about and commemorate the people of the industry who've gone before us. And so nobody's getting out of this alive, right? Death and taxes, right, Tommy? Tommy. But we're going to go out kicking and screaming and having a great time, right? So I would like to thusly present on the screen some of the folks in memoriam who have gone this year and before us. Thank you very much. We'll have a little prayer, a moment of silence for our friends in the industry.
Yes.
That's plenty of folks. Remember them all. And remember to love each other. Thanks, Jesse.